It is 5:47 at a wedding. The ceremony is supposed to begin at 6, but 3 guests are standing beside the same sign, asking whether the ceremony is in the ballroom or the main hall. One person says, "I think it is upstairs." Another says, "No, the DJ told us to wait here." And suddenly, the event is running on rumor.
And that is when a simple question becomes a guest experience problem. Not because anyone did something terrible. Guests are just trying to make small decisions. Where do I go? When should I sit down? What happens next?
Exactly. The information may exist somewhere, but it is not reaching people at the moment they need it.
Hello, and welcome to the Event Experience Podcast by 360 Entertainment. This is where we talk about what it really takes to create a smooth, engaging, and memorable event. Today, we are talking about guest communication, not filling the room with announcements, but giving people the right information at the right moment.
Whether you are planning a wedding, a birthday, a corporate gathering, a school function, a reunion, a community event, or a private celebration, the basic question is the same. What does a guest need to know? When do they need to know it? And who should deliver it?
Let us stay with that wedding for a minute. The invitation says 6 o'clock. That sounds clear, but does 6 mean doors open, seating begins, or the ceremony starts? If seating opens at 5:30 and the ceremony starts at 6, those are 2 different pieces of information, and guests make different plans based on each one.
Right. And the arrival message should cover more than a time. Where should people park? Which entrance should they use? Is the event indoors or partly outdoors? Are there accessibility details guests should know? What should they bring and what is already provided?
Before that message goes out, the host or planner needs to verify it with the venue and key vendors. The room name, parking instructions, setup time, and event sequence all have to match. A polished invitation cannot rescue a guest who arrives at the wrong entrance.
And this is where I see a lot of preventable confusion. A sign may say main hall, while the venue team calls it the ballroom, and the DJ says the reception room. They may all mean the same space, but a guest who is already moving through a crowded building does not know that.
Good distinction. Choose one phrase and use it everywhere.
During the event, I like to separate information into 2 categories. Stable information belongs on a sign or at a welcome table, restrooms, registration, coat storage, seating areas, or instructions for leaving a message in an audio guest book. Changing information needs a person, a host, coordinator, DJ, MC, or venue team member.
Yes. If the sign can answer the question all evening, let the sign do the work. But if dinner is ready, a group photo is about to begin, or the dance floor is opening, people need a timely cue. The announcement should help the room move together.
I agree with that, but I am not sure I buy the idea that fewer announcements are always better. At a school function, families may arrive over an hour. If you announce the pickup process only once, half the room may never hear it.
Wait, that is fair. My concern is that when guests hear announcement after announcement, they stop listening. At a corporate networking event, you can lose the energy of a conversation by interrupting every few minutes to repeat something that is already posted.
So maybe the rule is not fewer announcements. It is fewer unnecessary announcements.
Exactly. Every announcement needs a job. It should help guests find something, prepare for a transition, or participate comfortably. A reminder about the next networking session has a job. Repeating the same sentence 4 times because nobody checked the sign does not.
And the message has to match the event. At a birthday with a surprise element, guests may need an arrival time and a quiet entrance, but not the entire plan. At a reunion, the important cue might be the group photo. At a community celebration, people may need directions to activities as they arrive, rather than one giant announcement at the beginning.
A private party has the same issue on a smaller scale. Guests still wonder where coats go, whether food is ready, and whether an activity is optional. A photo booth attendant can offer a friendly invitation without pressuring anyone, while the host or DJ handles information that applies to the whole room.
The trouble starts when nobody owns the message. The venue thinks the DJ will announce it. The DJ thinks the host will. The host assumes the sign explains it, but the sign was printed before the room layout changed.
And now the registration table is on the opposite side of the room. Suddenly, the old sign is not just unhelpful, it is sending everyone in the wrong direction.
That is why I would assign ownership in advance. The host or planner confirms the message. The venue confirms locations and operational details. The DJ or MC delivers scheduled transitions. An interactive vendor explains how their own activity works, but they should not be expected to answer every question about the entire event.
And put the important instructions in one shared event brief, even if it is only a page. If the ceremony ends at 6:45, family photos happen at 6:50, dinner begins at 7:15, and dancing opens at 8:30, the people managing those moments need the same version.
Let us make the 5-minute exercise very concrete. Draw 3 columns, the moment, the guest question, and the delivery method with an owner.
For arrival, the question might be, where do I go? The delivery could be a parking message, one accurate sign, and a greeter. The owner might be the host or venue team. For a group photo, the question is, should I join? The delivery is a brief host or DJ announcement, and the owner is whoever knows when the photographer is ready.
Then add departure. Do guests know where to collect coats? Is transportation waiting somewhere? Is there an audio guest book or memory station they can use before they leave? Those small details protect the final impression of the event.
I also add one question. How can we invite participation without making it feel like homework? Tell guests what to do, make the first step obvious, and let them choose their level of involvement. That works for a dance floor, a photo booth, a school activity, or a community game.
So the plan is simple. Before arrival, prevent avoidable questions. During the event, guide the important transitions. Before departure, make the final steps comfortable and clear. Give each message an owner, use consistent language, and update anything that changed after the signs or invitations were created.
Your practical action is to make that moment-by-moment guest information list before your next planning meeting. It takes 5 minutes, and it quickly reveals what still needs to be decided, confirmed, or communicated. When guests know where to go, what happens next, and how they can participate, the event feels smoother for everyone.
Guests feel more relaxed. Vendors receive fewer interruptions, and hosts have more room to enjoy the celebration they worked so hard to create.
Thank you for listening to the Event Experience podcast by 360 Entertainment. We hope today's episode gave you helpful information, practical ideas, and a better understanding of what it takes to create a smooth, engaging, and memorable event. For more event planning advice, vendor insights, and behind-the-scenes conversations, be sure to follow the podcast and join us for the next episode. To learn more about 360 Entertainment, view our services, or request a quote, visit www.360entllc.com. Until next time, keep planning with purpose and creating experiences your guests will remember. Let's create an experience worth remembering.